What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of Cut the Crap. I'm your host, Christian, here with my main man, Rex and Steven. How's it going today, Steven?
Relaxation over here in the Keys. I'm dedicated right now because this space don't have a desk or nothing. So I'm over here having to lay up in bed. I had to set up pillows and shit.
Hey, man, they give you a hotel with no desk. They're fired. We ain't gonna mention the hotel's name,
Bro,
but you know.
nah, they used to have a desk, but they're renovating. But it makes sense. People don't come to Key West to work, dog.
That's true. That's true. Good point.
Like, nah.
You still need a desk.
You still need a desk. You gotta have that desk.
You come in, you want to put something down, you don't want to put on the floor, boom, a desk.
I mean, there's a little like
The little prayer
dresser
table,
and
the dresser with the Bible in there.
then
That one.
Do they still
actually,
keep
matter
the
of
wait?
fact,
Do
I
they
haven't
keep
even
the?
looked. Hell yeah.
Okay, I was curious if they do that still.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna get up and look because the nightstands next to me don't have drawers. So I wonder if there's a Bible in here. And recently, like in some of the hotels I've been staying at, they have Bibles and Book of Mormon. I'm like, huh? All right, is one of the investors like
That's too funny.
Joseph Smith or something?
That's funny. How you doing, Rex? How was your Canadian Labor Day?
It was good. It was good. I had the Friday off,
Nice.
which was nice, and I just chilled. And then what was it? Yesterday played some flag football. You know,
Nice.
getting ready for the real football season coming up. So
Okay. Yeah,
that's exciting.
Mine was good too, relaxing. I had two softball tournaments that I played in. I was really
Nice.
busy all weekend, burning out my calories, doing all that goodness. So, nothing too crazy. But we're gonna jump into today anyway. Today we're just keeping it lighthearted and everything. And I was on Google and I had found something very interesting. I just put like what's trending in Google. And do you know Google has what's called Google Trends? And it tells you what people are like looking up, what the people are searching for. I never knew that. Like I thought I knew they had an algorithm where they see all that shit, but like I thought that was only for Google people to see. Like I didn't know we could see it. So of course I clicked on it. My curious ass, I want to see what's trending, so what we could talk about. And I guess the topic is about what's trending in the world. And the first thing that popped up, which is cool, I guess. I didn't even know this was a thing. Wheelchair tennis Paralympics 2024. Over 2 million views or 2 million searches in the last 7 hours. Did you guys know about the wheelchair tennis? Because I had to go click on it and see now what is wheelchair, tennis Paralympics. Like I figured they're playing tennis but I thought the Olympics was over. I didn't know it's still going on for the people that are,
That's different. Paralympic there.
Yeah.
Paralympics are a total different thing. They don't play in sequence.
But if Timmy and Jimmy aren't involved, are we really gonna watch it?
That is true.
Yo, honestly, you want to know why I think it's trending?
Nah.
I don't know if you guys are been on TikTok, but the person that was running the Paralympics social media account was on a tear. When I mean they were throwing down memes for everything, and I'll tell you, they were teetering the line. Like they were like real like how professional is professional with these jokes that they were pushing. So I would not be surprised if that turned around and then people starting to go, because at a certain point it was like trending all over TikTok and they're like, have you guys seen the Paralympics? Like I'm telling everybody, it's probably still there. You go look at their page on TikTok and you see like the Olympics and then what they're doing. Like it's like straight up a meme page.
Oh wow. Well, I thought that was cool.
I don't. We can use this as a springboard into something that I don't even know how I'm gonna word this without sounding fucked up and like an asshole. But nah, bro, I don't know how to word this like eloquently.
Go ahead, just say it.
I don't feel that's a demographic of people that I don't know how to act around, because like if I'm out in public, I don't know whether to feel like pity or helping. Like if I'm gonna help them, like if I open the door, whether they're gonna get angry, but I can do it myself and say thank you. You know what I'm saying? Like because there's two like extremes from what I've seen that people who have become disabled. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like so
actually
I
do
kind of like
because I'm sorry to cut you off. I do because I actually worked with one back in my Centera / Optima days. I had somebody that was paraplegic and had a wheelchair. Paraplegic, yep, had a wheelchair. And my first I didn't know how to like I was always trying to be extra nice, helping them, this and that. And I actually spoke with them. I was like, yo, you know, like I'm doing all this extra stuff, and I see sometimes you're like giving me attitude about it. Like I need to know, am I doing something wrong? Because I felt like you, I didn't know how to act. Like I don't know what to do. And they said their simplest words came out as treat me as a regular person.
Mm-hmm.
They hate to be treated special. Now he said, of course, there's certain things I would need help with. You know, opening the door, I appreciate that. You know, even though the building has the button and all that, but you doing that, he says he does. You know, they took that as kindness of the heart and all that. But like, you know, always trying to help them with reaching stuff or grabbing something for them. Like, oh, I'll get that for you, and let me help you with this. Like, it was too much, and they were like, I'm a person, I could do this as well.
I can see that they're kind of like just because I'm disabled doesn't mean I'm not capable. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, Steven. I got
Like,
you, Rex. Give me 1 second. Go ahead, Steven. Go finish with your sound. Sorry.
I was waiting on Rex.
Oh, go ahead, Rex.
So, Steven, since you are a South Park connoisseur, there was an episode completely based off of that. I want to say it was their teacher. No. It was the nurse that had the fetus on the side of the head, and everybody didn't know how to treat her, so they all didn't want to make her feel outcast. So what the town decided to do was all like get their own fetuses to wear on their heads. And then, you know, she made a whole like, I understand what you guys are trying to do, but the same thing, like what your coworker said at the time, when you kind of do too much, you then are undoing the very thing that you were trying to do. You know, kind of like kind of like how some of the Black Lives Matters movement were going, where they have this good intention and then some of them go overboard, and then, you know, now you're undoing the whole good thing, kind of like the chair in the Alabama brawl, right? Like the hat that signified, yeah, we're all coming in. But even everybody all said the chair was a little OD, and even people were trying to stop the person after.
The chair was never OD.
Second hit.
Screw that.
No, it was. I mean, that's kind of bringing a gun to fist fight, right? Like they were already winning. They already had the up. The guy just brought a chair and he started smashing shit. Again, if the shoe was on the other foot, you know what I mean? They're gonna come a blazing. So you want to keep the same level ground, regardless of the fact, right? But again, Steven, I think that what your coworker said before, Christian, is that you just treat them like normal people, because their whole lives they're just trying to normalize these things, right? Like, and you know, with anything, right? Like I always say that you try your best, you and you're open-minded, you got, maybe you not be disabled, but if you're a person of color, heck, if you're a white person dealing with like all the flack that comes with being white in 2020, you know what I mean? Like there's all something that you can all relate to, you know what I'm saying? Like, and kind of be like, okay, like, you know, I just want to live a normal life. I don't want to be outcasted or shamed or lambasted because of something I didn't choose or wished upon to happen, you know?
Yeah, no,
That's
definitely.
how I just look at it. Yeah.
Definitely. So, I mean, that was a good question, Steve. I like how you did that, because, like, that is true. It is weird. But for everybody that's listening, you know, that if you do have somebody you know that is, and you are going overboard, I can tell you now, if you probably talk to them, they're going to say, hey, chill back some. If we have a listener that's, you know, like that, we would love to hear from you guys and tell us what you guys, how you feel. And that would be kind of cool. I mean, I always love the feedback. We get feedback all the time from all these videos we've been posting, and people say they love it, they hate it, they agree with us, they disagree with us. You know, it is what it is. So
death threats yet.
No death threats yet.
I think that's the peak for me. When someone's like, I wanna then I'll be like,
that we made it. Then we made it when
Then
we get the death
I'll
threats.
be like, I'll race it to you, depending on how my mental health is that day. I'll race you, see who can beat who first.
Before we move on to whatever we're gonna talk about, special shout outs to that scene in Scary Movie when the two disabled were beefing with each other. I'm gonna be the bigger man and walk away. Walk away.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up. All
Yeah.
right. Well, the
Bro,
next thing,
that's a classic scene, bro.
next thing that's trending with over 200,000
Take my strong hand. Sorry.
with over 200,000 reviews in the last 23 hours is James Darren. James Darren is an actor. He died at the age of 88. Never heard of him personally myself. But he is apparently an actor that passed away. Also a singer of Gidget, Teen Idol fame. So yeah, apparently, that was a big thing, and over 200,000 people have been looking up, which is crazy because on this list, when they were showing like the top 5, I really thought that my Fatman Scoop was gonna be up here. Rest in peace to Fatman Scoop. If you guys don't know, he was performing Friday night in at a New York concert, and he and like I saw the video, he was on stage and like, "Are you ready to party? Then let's turn this shit up," or some shit like that. And as soon as he was saying his last words, he started slurring and he went, and then just fell over on the DJ. I was like, damn.
No way.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that happened.
Yeah, there's videos all over the internet about it.
It's a loss, bro, because he was 53. But let me tell you something,
bro.
What a way to go out, because he died doing what he loved doing. Bro.
Facts, he did. And this James Darren guy, no offense to him, apparently he was a great actor and all that. I would have thought that would have covered more trending, but I guess not.
Nah, I don't know who James Darren is, but Fatman Scoop, I mean, that's just because you're from New York, though. But other than that,
yeah, and I was gonna say the guy was born in Philly around 1936.
Yeah,
I don't want to be that guy, but we know who his audience is. If that's the case,
exactly.
I can name a couple people. I can find a group right now, a couple right-leaning group, and be like, "Hey,
crazy." I got to meet Fatman Scoop when I used to work at Sprint back on Harlem, and it was crazy. I would never forget it, bro. He came in to buy. Back then, we used to sell the mobile hotspots before like hotspots were big like that. Before you could do it off your phone. So he got one, he got it added onto his line, this and that. And he was getting ready to do a shoot. And I would never forget this. He's like, "Yo, where can I get some like fly ass chains and shit from?" And I'm thinking like he meant real jewelry. So I'm like, "Yo, you might want to go downtown, bro. I don't know. You should know all the spots." He's like, No. Chill. I'm doing the shoot here in Harlem, bro. I need those $20 to $30, fake chains to throw on real quick. I was like, "Oh, my nigga, just go across the street. They're selling it right there." Yo, I said it just like that. And he was like, "Yo, bet." And sure enough, he goes across the street, running across. He bought like 3 or 4 chains, and then he came back because he forgot to buy a case for his phone. And he had them shits on. He was like, "Yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about now. Somebody tries to steal my shit, I won't care. It's $20, $30. I'm like, I see what you're doing.
Funny. That's
yeah.
funny.
Bro,
I used to think back in the days that everybody wore real jewelry. Like now, I realize like fucking nobody really wears real jewelry out. It's a strong
50-50 because you got people who make that kind of money, and I always look at it like this way: Shannon Sharp and Ocho Cinco, like they both in the league, they make money, right? You could argue who's richer than who, sure, but at a certain threshold that you get to. You know what I'm saying? Like you can spend certain money without a real like instant consequence. And you can see that, your boy Ocho is a more middle of the mall kind of guy, right? Whereas Unk is Rodeo Drive. I'm going down to the real authentic. I'm going to Paris to go get my my Louis Vuitton. You know what I mean? Like that's where he's going to Italy for Gucci. Like
they've actually talked about that too. Ocho was like, "No, I wear my fake shit all the time." He's like,
he's frugal, bro.
Yeah, he's like, "I'm not spending money on that shit." I'm like,
Ocho got Ocho and Tyrese related, man.
Bro,
them two.
Ocho, I remember when Ocho posted the smart car when he was in New England because he was like, "I'd be damned if I'm spending money on gas." How it is. Go ahead, Steven. What's crazy?
You know what's crazy that you mentioned Tyrese, bro. you know I don't do celeb shit, but I was about to bring up that man right there because that man
Yeah.
had another meltdown
Oh my god.
of ignorance, bro.
On
Well,
the
before
Breakfast
wait,
Club.
before you
On the
bring him
Breakfast
up, because
Club.
he's actually on the list, so we'll get to him. Let's put a pause on that one. Put a plug real quick. I'm gonna go kind of run through the next ones really quick. Concord was one that's up there. If you don't know, Concord
Oh, the game?
is a first shooter player game. Because of the horrific start and all the issues that it's having, Sony is pulling it as of September 6th. That's as of 4 hours ago from The Verge reported it. Go ahead. I'm out.
They tried to make an Overwatch copy and it was broken. To be completely honest, they tried to carbon copy another game, like through and through, like make a hero shooter with all these guys that have a backstory, and then they didn't polish the game. And then that's what it, and then that's like the gamer insight, to be honest. Like, yeah, it has bugs, but like the real reason, like all games have bugs and they do updates and all that kind of stuff. Even there's certain
I heard this one
people
is, from
playing.
what I'm reading, this one is really bad though. It's got
Yeah,
1.2 star review out of
yeah.
300,000 people that reviewed it.
But also, oh yeah, the people are gonna lambast anything, whatever. It's, you got to remember, like there's a gravy train to do what's popular, whether it's to um hawk Tua on an idea, or to say put it in a tombstone, right? There's, you know what I mean? It's only dick riding or to the death, right? There's no middle. But the well, there is a middle. The middle is like what the real thing is that they made a game that's very similar to another game. They didn't put enough backing into it, which would make it obviously glitchy and not working and unresponsive. But if they had a real IP and people can get behind it, kind of like Cyberpunk, if you guys heard of Cyberpunk, or even No Man's Sky, right? Games where they're truly their own IP. Yeah, they were talking a lot of, shit and saying, "Oh, best game ever, best RPG," or you can do all these things, and they kind of got called out for capping, and then they eventually built the game, and then they build up from it, right? Those games didn't get canceled. Even Cyberpunk, I want to say most of their games and most of the games on console got refunded, like literally refunded, like give me back my money, right? And they turned it around. They won game of the year last year, I want to say, or the year before. They also have an anime called Cyberpunk Edge, no, Blade Runners. I think it's Blade Runner or Edge Runners, one of the two. But it's a great anime. You guys should go watch it if anybody likes anime. But that's what I'm saying, right? Like the turnaround. Right, like the game's not even out yet. I think maybe less than a month ago, I watched a couple streamers play or like an early access, like a sponsored stream. So it's just this. So from what I'm hearing from that and seeing is that like it didn't even get out the gate.
Well, it did.
They
It
were
came.
like
It released August 23rd, 2024.
barely,
And now it's being
barely.
recalled. It says here as of September 6th, the game will be completely
Okay,
pulled.
better example. 2008, Asafa Powell when he got a cramp during his sprint, and I
Yeah.
think in the finals, if you guys
Yeah.
remember
So
that, he's talking
this
all
game
that.
only got like 2 weeks of play. That's it. Didn't even
Yeah,
make it two
if you
weeks.
that's what I'm saying. Not even a paycheck. But
Yep.
all I'm saying is that like they didn't even give it time. They didn't say, "Oh, okay, we're gonna look into this." Say the company again. Who's the company?
Sony is the one
And
that's
Sony
recalling.
doesn't have enough money. Sony
Yeah.
can't take their TV money, can't take the old phone money that they have. I'm pretty sure they got washers and dryers nobody knows about,
The
or the
developer though
P or
wasn't Sony though. It was Firewalk Studios, just to let you know.
yeah, you got a developer and
Yeah.
publisher, but the publisher, it's like a pimp. They're supposed to back that.
Yeah, they're not backing it. That's over with. So
That's what I'm saying, right? Like they didn't even give it a real try. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying is that they made a game that was too close to another, got too close to the sun. They
yep.
said
And they
fuck
got
it.
burnt. Yep. Fuck it. Next things real quick, just gonna run through Taylor Fritz. Fritz is the number 4 ranking person from Xavier. He's into first. He just got moved up to number 1 in the U.S. Open, so that's big and trending right now with
Oh,
over 100 views.
that guy, tennis. Yeah,
Yep,
I thought it
tennis.
was a YouTube. I think
Nope,
YouTuber. Yeah,
nope.
no.
And then the
Yeah.
next thing, which was shocking before the Tyrese, that this one and Tyrese are tied at
Oh wait, he's
50,000.
number one and he's number one ranked. Sorry, I'm just making sure. Is he
Go
number
back to
one?
hold on. I gotta go back to it
Yeah,
because I
sorry.
just
What's
left.
going on with him?
He's moving up to the semifinals. He was ranked originally 12th. He beat the number 4 person, and now he's considered the number 1 person right now. In this
Yeah, their math is
semi-open.
weird.
So yeah, how they
Their
do
math
it, I
is
don't
weird.
get it, but
Oh,
I don't understand
the U.S.
tennis.
Open. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
I
U.S.
don't get how
Open.
tennis works. So my boy
Uh,
used to get into it and all that. I just never understood it. So
it's
Tennis is
weird.
fire.
Yeah, no, tennis it's just the ranking system of the top 500.
yeah,
You got to be
how you win
consistent
and then you
placement.
move up so
Yeah.
quickly, it's mind blowing. But anyways, then the one that was really interesting to me was talking about a lot of people, 50,000 people were searching yen, the currency yen. Apparently, yen and the U.S. dollar is recovering to the yen and it's starting to gain more value. So that was a big trending thing. It's over in the last 18 hours has over 50,000 searches. I guess there's something going on with the stock market and all that. From what I see here, quick thing from forex.com, the yen or the US dollar to the yen has sprung in its step to the right direction and continues to recover against the yen fall. So I guess the US dollar dropped significantly and then now it's recovering from that. So that's always a positive thing there. And then, of course, also searching at 50,000 views in the last 24 hours, it says, is the Tyrese. Yeah, man. So go ahead, Steven. Talk about Tyrese.
What do you do?
Bro, I just heard a story. I didn't really get into the interview, but pretty much what he was saying, he was talking about the whole COVID 19, like it was an Asian hate bill or some shit. It was just something that was thrown in there. And he was kind of like just saying, oh, that is crazy that Asian people get protection, this, that, and the other from hate crimes. Pretty much, minimizing what they, what happened during COVID, that the spike in hate crimes towards Asian and automatically be like, oh, Black America never got these protections, which is, I think it's going to sound, again, we're not allowed to have an opinion on this person and a lot of persons, but that's just not true. It's not factual at all. I mean, the Civil Rights Bill, that's where it began, and there's been more laws that have been passed. Now, have they been effective? It's a whole other story. The laws have been passed. Now, I can't remember the comedian that said it. Bro, hate in America just takes turns. Bro, post 2001, man, it sucked being fucking Muslim. Like, like literally, they just say, like, it was a comedian that was like, well, they passed the baton over to the Asians during COVID, and the Muslim dude,
Yeah,
and the Muslim dude over
everybody get their turn.
there.
Everybody get their turn.
Everybody like, no, oh, you thought you was immune from it? No, here you go, it's your turn now. No, but I mean, it's not the first time because I mean, remember during World War II, Japanese people were, in internment camps and shit. But
Next.
like, bro, you don't have to just because a certain demographic of people is going through something doesn't mean that is taking attention or anything away from what your people have been through. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
the problem
Well,
the problem is the problem is if that demographic automatically if the demographic being protected at the moment forgets about what it took, the other race to sacrifice for these things to be recognized. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
you know, civil rights is for everybody. It's for people of color. And what's funny is, can somebody look at the demographics from the population? Isn't it in our lifetime that white people are supposed to become a minority? I would love to be alive for that shit. Bro, when these motherfuckers start, he beat me because I was white, bro. I will fucking lose it, dog. Like I'll be the motherfucker on TV. I'll be like, ain't this some shit? I thought you guys didn't believe in that.
I think where Tyrese comes from, there's a lot of him in all types of races, right? And it's just that mentality, right, of just thinking it's just me, it's just my people, and I don't see anything else. Like if you ask me, oh yeah, like for the if any kind of discrimination or anything bad that happened to another group, they'll be like, I'll acknowledge it. But when it comes to my people, I'm gonna put them first and lambast everyone else. That's my favorite word to use for today. I don't know if anyone's caught on. I'm on 4 right now with it. But again, right? It's just that there's certain people that just think small. To me, it's a what is it? It's like a pissing race, right? It's just like when a Jewish person and a black person talk about who had it worse. Like, first off,
That's one of my
first,
one of my favorite
first,
conversations.
first off,
I love that one. That's just like
first off, you guys didn't even get to experience that level. So bow out by default. You guys are both technically disqualified, so it ends there. And you're gonna speak on things that you either read in a book or you're gonna lie and say that you heard from somebody. Sure, unless you really give proof. You know what I'm saying? That like down the line that like this happened and can confirm. It's kind of very hard because you're just gonna go off of whatever anybody says just to make it sound good enough, to make it sound bad enough to be like, yeah, it actually is worse off. Again, I'm not taking away from any experience that has happened and that has been recorded and actually, considered fact. I'm just saying in pissing war conversations, people will do anything to get their, to drive their point home, right? And if they will have to lie about or capsize on something to bring home their point, it's like, what's the point? Like, both the shits were bad. Why not let's look about a way moving forward? You know what I mean? Like, we've all been going against each other for whatever reasons. I remember one thing, I was watching the LA riots on Netflix. This is like a while ago, but it came back into my head, was the Korean lady that killed the black girl in the store, in the convenience
the Tupac
store,
song, Little Latasha's, that one,
right? That shit was crazy from the camera and what you see. Crazy.
Well, it's funny you bring that up. It's funny you bring that up.
Again,
I remember.
Yeah.
I remember the lyric. Tell the lady in the liquor store she forgiven, so come home. That one. Yeah. I remember that. It was a Tupac lyric.
And it's crazy you talk about the riots because Tyrese actually has a movie that's out called 1992 talking about the summer riots and all that. Yeah, it's actually supposed to be really good. It's got good reviews right now. I want to actually check it out. But just to let you know, on the
Death Row film.
Huh?
It's a Death Row film. If I'm not mistaken.
Is it a Death Row film?
I saw the commercial.
So like Death Row just writing? Is he just
no? This is a
reading?
Lionsgate film. Death Row's not listed.
Yeah, but look at who developed.
So he's reading it. It's not coming from the mind of Tyrese, right?
Let's see here. Director Ariel stories by.
He's just telling
in it, Lionsgate film.
If he's just following a script, I'll give it a chance. But
Kodiak Trident Films. Somewhere, yeah. Oh, Death Row Pictures is on there. They're one of the last ones listed.
Bro, I told you.
Yeah. But the main production company is Lionsgate. They put in 75%. It says
they're the big ones.
Death Row only put in 4%, bro. They don't count.
Yeah, they do. Death Row probably was the people that came up to them.
4%. Get out of here.
Bro,
Yeah, go. Sorry.
I'm gonna just need him to put some respect on Uncle Snoop, bro. He bought Death Row Records and he's diversifying. Bro.
He did. He is. I give it to him. And then
that's all I'm trying to.
I'm just gonna circle back real quick to the thing about Tyrese and his rant, because I was reading it while you guys were talking, so I might have missed what you might have said. So I apologize because I was reading and just making sure. So his rant was really about the black community, is what he was getting on. How the black community is so just careless on how they treat each other, how they don't work together. He was like, why can't we be like the Asian community or the Jewish Latino community, which I don't think Latino community is as strong as he makes it seem, but he's just pretty much saying how the Jewish community and the Asian community, they buy up everything that they can, and they keep everything within. They keep the dollar moving, which we talked about this before in another podcast, how the Jewish money, goes at least like, what was it, like 5 or 6 times before it leaves out of the Jewish community.
I thought it was higher than that.
I thought it was like 10. I thought it was like less than 10.
I can't remember exactly what it was, but I know it was high up there. So that was what his rant was about, that everybody's searching from, or at least for on the trend. He just thinks that African Americans in the black community could do better to better develop, their network. And, that's always been a thing that everybody's always said.
Yeah, but hold on. I got, you know what really grinds my gears is why is it always they say black people and black people like the grass is greener, bro. Like grass is greener on the other side. You know what I'm saying? Like there's so many times, and especially living in Canada, right? In a as we call it, the multicultural melting pot. You get the benefits, or I don't even say benefits. I'd say it's like a perk in a sense of getting certain races. You get the curtain to get drawn back behind. It's again that is just I think that every time they bring up like Jewish people or Asian people, it's a finite, and it's like one thing that worked for them that kind of now it's like boom been like stapled. But like there's so many, like I said, I know that like black folk need to, I agree, they do need to work together, but it's not as bad as everyone makes it seem. Like in other smaller communities,
it's not bad. But I think what the issue is, because there's a large population of black people, that if you guys were to really home in on it, how the Jewish and the Asian people do, you guys would like literally kill all banking systems and everything.
There's more people than the government. So why haven't people took over the government yet? It doesn't make sense.
They tried to outrun the government.
It doesn't make sense. It does not. People are just, and it's so funny. It's so funny. Hold on. It's so funny because he's literally talking to people. Like,
all right, stop shaking your camera. You're getting me dizzy.
Okay. Sorry, I'm gonna put it down. You see, what bothers me is when people are throwing stones from their glass house that with a network of over $1 million, and they say these things. He's probably has so much money from Fast and the Furious 2.
Oh, definitely.
Why don't I see him helping or doing anything or saying anything? You know what I mean? I leave the Marshawn Lynches alone because they do more. They're more like verbs. They just do more than say. Right? He just goes out there and do it, and you can go ahead and see him do it. But I bet you, I go do my research right now. He is the people that are saying it are the ones that are doing less. You got like Dr. Umar, for example, and his black school. But then you hear every fucking excuse in the book about why is it not done and this and that, and because they want to just keep it pure black. And it's like like you niggas is killing me, killing us. You guys are just doing so much to set this bar and block things off and not really be effective. Like it'd be ironic and I think pretty funny, like racismly funny if they paid white people at a lesser rate to build schools for black people. I thought that would be pretty funny.
That's
right.
But
no,
I'm saying. Like,
no, we have to do it this way, and then gridlock, and then say that Shannon Sharp is nobody Shannon Sharp, like
nobody,
like
he's
shut
got some
up,
bro. He's got some fine nobodies.
But that's what I'm saying, yo. Like, think about it. We're not gonna be alive for the point in time that like the United States, where white people become the minority. But could you imagine about 100 years from now, where they're the minority, and then the judges and the police now are people of color, and then they're gonna say that they're systematically oppressed now because they're the minority? That's gonna be some comedic shit. Be like, well, ain't this about a bitch? Well, people been bitching about this shit for how long? But
my thing is that like if it takes that long, we shouldn't be holding on to it, because I think that would be way worse down the line. Because that sounds like revenge or grudge. You know what I mean? And we shouldn't hold that. If history should have taught anything, you realize that like these things that were happening, were going on, were not okay, and the best thing to do is just to move forward and better yourself. If you again try to hold on to that, and you like that's how hate is taught, right? So if I teach that they were doing this, and then now you get a chance, get a chance to do so, you're not doing it out of your own intuition. You're doing it because you were trained to do that, and that repeats the cycle.
Steven, last word, get it out.
Last word. I just want to say this. I need somebody to educate me before maybe I'll do it before the next episode. Since when did Jewish become a race, though? I thought that's a religion. When did this become a race?
It is a religion. I don't know when. But we're gonna talk about that. Wait. We're gonna save this for next episode. We're gonna save this for next. Rex, don't go, because You go on a tear it, and I can't stop you. Hold on. We're already over by 5 minutes. We're gonna hold off on this. This is gonna be a part 2 to this because this is getting really good, and we can get into some things on this that I really want to talk about. Because my brain just went down a whole thing, and I'm over here writing and searching. So this is gonna
So
be
much
part
for
2.
lighthearted.
This is gonna be part 2, guys.
It was lighthearted.
It was
So much,
lighthearted.
yeah, I know. It's,
We went
no,
lighthearted to now
yeah,
getting
yeah,
serious.
yeah.
So now
Yeah.
the next episode would be a serious episode. So
I'm gonna start throwing shit next episode.
all right, guys, listen, we love to hear from you guys. Tell us what you guys think about all these trending topics that are out there. Do you think they're cool? Do you think that's really what's trending? What are you searching? We'd love to hear all that. Leave a comment below. If you're on YouTube watching, we do appreciate it. Also, give us a thumbs up, hit that like button and that bell button to get notified when new videos are dropped. Also, if you're not listening on YouTube, please go subscribe first off. And then also on Spotify podcasts, Apple, iHeartRadio, all that. We love you there. Thank you guys for listening. Like always, always shoot us an email as well at cutthecrap with 2 P's 1@gmail.com. So that's CUTTHECRAPP1@gmail.com, or send us a message on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Discord. Feel free to reach out to us. We appreciate you guys for listening. Like always, till next week, you guys have a wonderful day. Peace.